Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21's career mode. We're on episode 24. We're just about ready to wrap up the season. It's the Crow race. It's stage 4 out of 6 on the Crow race, and Crow as in Croatian race. And then we have the Japan Cup right at the end of the season. And then that's it. That's all that remains of this season at this point. That does mean we will be wrapping it up today. That also means we'll get a quick review, and this might be the only stage that I actually participate in, but I will do the Japan Cup because I enjoy that one, and it's a classic. It's just a one and done. One thing to show our progress and to confirm that we will almost certainly make Continental Pro, and by almost certainly I'm talking about 99.9%. It's not done until it's done, but it looks pretty secure. Burlikov, he's now a 77 overall, 79 mountain, 71 resistance, stamina and recovery are both good. Punchiness is good. Time trialing is not there. He's supposed to be a stage racer. The time trialing is not there. We would need to develop that specifically. But in terms of non-time trial races, he's ready to start competing, and not just at Continental Pro level. He can hang in there against World Tour guys. He's not going to beat the World Tour guys with 71 resistance, or 79 mountain for that matter, but he will outlast others. He's got Martin Guerrero for quality support. I believe Martin Guerrero is the other one who has leveled up to a 75. Ramon's looking good. So as a team, things are certainly on the up. Igashin is our puncher. He's leveled up. You can see today he's got really nice race day condition that's helping him out. Faitosa just hanging on. We're going to have to work a little harder to stay put. There's just 89 left in the Peloton. Both Morenzi and Arnautovic are gone from that Peloton, but the rest endure. They hang on. Breakaway's gone. I'm trying to just get through this climb, and looking at the cast of characters that I have, I'm absolutely thinking about going with
there's a growing number of riders left behind.
Sprint train style on the final climb for these 5 guys. So we've got a couple national championship jerseys. Faitosa with the Brazilian national championship jersey now, and Ramon with the Mexican national championship. So 2 guys for the Americas.
A symbolic kilometer.
And we get over the top. We're also under 60k. We're going to navigate the next bit here fairly fast. We're going to need to send somebody back for water fairly soon. That's going to be up to Faitosa. He's the workhorse now of this group. Let's go ahead and do so now. 50k from the finish. Matthews leads this race overall. There's a half dozen World Tour teams, but none of them brought top guys. You got Tim Vellens, Pierre Latour, who's really dropped in rankings from where he would have been a couple of years ago. Looks like we lost a few riders off the back, and one rider having attacked off the front. Okay, back to full strength for these guys. And down to 44 riders. Continue to see little splits, which is just strange, but okay. One reason why I want to go with the tactic of sprint train style is you have a clear dominant force in Burlikov. You have an okay support rider in Martin Guerrero, and then you have 3 less okay but still okay support, but there is no second man necessarily to cover down and support. Like Martin Guerrero, okay, I can see that, but who would you sacrifice then? Right? We've got 1 guy to protect. We got 3 guys to just try to hang in there. And so I want to make use of them. I think the quality of climbing here is not great. We've got a real shot at doing something at a race like this, on a day like this. We're not placed well overall right now. I mean, Burlikov is at 21 seconds down. That's actually in the bulk of the field. That's the main group of pack riders, so actually he's still in pretty good shape. It's really just Matthews that's a bit ahead of the field, and he's not a good enough climber for a big climb like this. He's still in the group, it looks like, but he won't be It won't be for long. Alright, here's climb. No more break. 18 kilometers. Not yet. Not yet. We're going to wait a little bit longer.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Direct Energy doing the work. By the way, there's only one other Continental team. Everybody else that's here is either Continental Pro or...
better make sure they don't fall. Uh-oh, the pack is quick in the pace.
Or World Tour guys.
To the finish line.
So we could and should have our hands full, but as we get under 14k, you can already see the damage being done. Faitosa struggling here. Berlikov feeling it a little bit, but the other guys are hanging in there. Guerrero's still right here. Ramon's still right here. Igashen has fallen back a little bit. He's a punchy guy, so let's give him just that little hint of punch, and he's going to pick up some pace. He needs to get back into position. There you go. He's starting to recover. And Faitosa is starting to fade. Let's start with... You know, Martin Guerrero is actually struggling because of the resistance. Ramon and Igashen are doing a little bit better, even though they were keeping position a little bit more. There you go. Igashen now back in place. 57. 11k to go. I want to do the sprint train thing, but no, not like this. Risky move, 6k out, but we're going to give just a little acceleration, see if we can leave some guys behind. See who can go with us. Extended attack, three-man group. There you go, we got a three-man group. Esteban Chavez and Grossschartner. Ready to work with me. Now just 7 left trying to give chase. Now it's 9 at the front, and nobody's willing to work.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Oh, they're just wanting to attack. Chavez on the attack.
Chavez is off.
We dropped one rider. Chavez is still there in contention, close. A lot of these guys are struggling right now, but they're hanging in there. It's 3k to go. We need to sit on. Let somebody else take over. Rubio, Woods, Grossschartner, Pache, Bookman. Dang, I did not think that there was this much quality here. I didn't see it in the prelude leading up to the stage. I did not realize there was this many guys I wouldn't have attacked if I had known that quality of the group that I'm sitting in right now was here. 1k to go. Rubio, Pache going off, catching Chavez, following Woods right now. Very, very steep part right here. Got to get past that. We're down to 4 chasing 2. Feels like we're down to 3, but supposedly somebody's still on my wheel. Chavez takes the stage.
The tailenders are still coming in.
Sprint it out. Try to get 3rd if we can. Not going to. We're going to get 4th. Pache. Colombian 1-2. Berlikov 4th place. That's good. It's Grossschartner who just slips off. Finch and then Bookman. So Berlikov and Finch are the names you look at and go, who the heck are they? Who are these guys? What are they doing here? Martin Guerrero is still not far off. Pierre Latour just crossed the line. And he's going to be right here just behind him. Ceseda, Rodriguez. We do finish 51 seconds down, but looking at the time gaps behind us, especially to 9th place on back, this is going to put Berlikov in a pretty strong position overall. Into the top 5, equal on time with Woods. Pache, of course, just a little bit ahead. Grossschartner just a little bit behind. But yeah, I mean, we're ahead of Emmanuel Bookman. That's pretty awesome. Matthews slips to 11th, 3.5 minutes down. Velens is 14th. Eiking. Solid names, well behind. 2 stages left, but we're going to kind of push forward. Probably go straight to the Japan race to close out the season. Quick analysis of our staff for the year. And here's the ones we're going to retain and who we're going to upgrade for next season. So right now we have one international, one national doctor. We're going to keep the international, get rid of the national, probably get a second international for now as we continue to progress along. In the scouts, we have international, national, regional. We're going to drop to 2 scouts because 3 was always a bit much. And we're going to get rid of Lance Legweek, as awesome as that name is. We'll get rid of him and keep these 2 around and then upgrade next year. And then as for our trainers, we're going to keep our national level traditional coach because he's only working with one guy anyway. We're going to upgrade our modern coach and upgrade our second groundbreaking coach. Boy, oh boy, are we going to have fun with this one. And I'm going to have my hands full. I just realized that this is my first team time trial in PCM21. There's been some, but we quick sim so many of these races as we've been in Continental level that we just haven't had the opportunity. It hasn't come up. Now, obviously, I've got the mechanics down individually for the time trial, but what's it going to be like pushing at 99? How long can a rider last? How long can they go on the front? Probably not very long. So we're going to have to balance the guys who can go longer. How well do they recover? I mean, there's so much to consider, and I'm probably going to end up butchering this one. It's going to hurt Martin Guerrero, but you got to get your feet wet at some point, so let's get our feet wet and see how this plays out. I know 85, we're totally fine. We can go harder than 85 and have them dip into the red, but you can't go 99. You go 99 for a 40K time trial, these guys are going to burn out massively fast. So do you go 99 and do quick turns? Or do you have guys go a little bit longer and hold out front and allow others to recover? Do you push a few of them short quick turns at 99 and others go a little bit longer? That's probably going to be the ticket to make this work. So for now, let's set everybody to 99, but let's figure this out. So Roman's a good time trialist. A 78, though he's got a bad race day condition. At least it's not his time trial that's being affected, but it does hurt his resistance a bit. He's the kind of guy you probably want to go a little bit deeper. So we're going to have him go a little slower, but then keep up at the front, and we'll see how long he can kind of hold up. Arnautovic, terrible time trialist. So we want him on 99, but we want him on very short. Vitosa. Okay, this is somebody who's in between. So if we roll maybe a 96 and a fairly short time, we'll see how that one works out. Burlikov, another one who's a little bit off. Igashin. I'm guessing at this point how this is going to go. Resistance is okay. Time trial's not. So we want to push hard. Martin Guerrero. Excellent time trialist and good resistance. We definitely want to keep him up. And we want to let him push, and we'll see how that goes. And then Morenzi. Very short time. Okay, let's see if my assumption is correct. Roman deleted out. It's that red bar that we're going to keep an eye on mostly. How long can these guys attack? Looking at 12 seconds for Roman. That's hurting that red bar. That's hurting that red bar. But how much longer? Oh, he's killing Arnautovic, though. Arnautovic, just get out of this thing. Jeez. Okay, I don't think we can go 99. The red bar thing is too much. So, Roman. Looks like he could have actually gone harder than he did. Arnautovic just needs to hang on. Except he can't, right? He's going to destroy his team. He can only go so hard without dropping his teammates. That's realistic, by the way. That's how it works in real life. Okay, Arnautovic. We'll see what happens. I think it's just my good time trialists. We had them in a little too hard. Igashin, Berlikov struggling. Did I already drop a rider? I did. I already dropped 2 riders. Red bar. Red bar, red bar, red bar. These guys have tons of energy left, and yet they're gone. So we have gone way too hard. Martin Guerrero, back off some more. Roman, back off a lot. These guys just need to give the sustained effort to let others recover. Can I, let's see, Morenzi, back off just a little bit. Can you and Arnautovic get back on? Can Igashin get back on? I want you to back off. Vaitosa, Berlikov, still struggling. You're that leader that we need to support. Vaitosa, hanging in there. These 2 are just blowing away the rest of the team. Roman, Martin Guerrero, slow it up. Vaitosa, no, you're pulling away. We're at 79. I mean, how hard's it got to be? Time's going to be atrocious. Arnautovic at the back. It's 8th, 12 seconds down. It's only 12 seconds, but we're 12 seconds down. Arnautovic. Morenzi. I'm trying to get these guys. There. Okay. Got 2 guys together here. 86. Can you 2 together get back up towards Igashin? Igashin is recovering. He's hanging in there. Berlikov's back on, but that's only 4 riders. It's only 4 riders. We need 5. So we've figured it out. Martin Guerrero and Roman are going to do all of the turns now. Everybody else, Vaitosa, just going to sit on. Berlikov, just going to sit on. We need Igashin to get back up there, but we need these 2 to recover well enough to get back up there and pull him up. We've gone way too deep, by the way. I mean, Martin Guerrero's the only one who's going to make it to the end right now. So we need to slow up. We need to slow up some more. And we're barely moving. I mean, this is crazy. One guy should be able to go a 70 by themselves for 40K. Now it's 2 guys trying to go by themselves, but we need another rider, and Igashin is trying to get there. I knew we couldn't go full blast, but I didn't know it would be this bad. Igashin's done. He's out of energy. Morenzi and Arnautovic are out of energy. Should be 5. We'll find out here in just a second. Otherwise, we are completely screwed. Nope, no time check. No time check. It's on Igashin. It's on Igashin. And so we are completely screwed here. We have got to wait. We have got to wait for him. Oh no. He got dropped. But Igashin's our guy, and he's way up here. And meanwhile, I'm trying desperately to slow down with these guys, and it's not making any difference. They're going to get the same time as Igashin, so our race hopes are totally dashed. Just go 99. Go as fast as you can, Igashin. And if Morenzi and Arnautovic could ride together, stay together, maybe they can come back at him. But I can't. I've tried to slow down, and we can't. Like, these guys are just too fast. We're losing 6 minutes because we dropped Igashin. All right, well, lesson learned. Okay, lesson learned. This was literally my first time doing the team time trial this year. Boy, oh boy, do I need some practice. You betcha. I'm gonna be on the sidelines figuring out how to do a team time trial because we lost 4 minutes. We lost 4 minutes there. That hurts so bad. Not even last, but we still lost 4 minutes. Ouch. So totally out of contention. Last stage won't matter. Big lesson learned. I mean, I caught on pretty quick, but I pushed out the gates. I knew that you couldn't go full 99. I didn't know that going a 93 with your stronger guys was going to absolutely destroy the rest of the team. Holy cow. They could not keep the wheel at all. But it does make sense. It totally makes sense. I'm thinking of Ollie. I'm thinking of Ollie and GCN trying to do team time trials and the way he just gets dropped like that. And then I'm thinking of myself on Zwift trying to keep up and you're going along and just keeping up with faster riders even though you've got the slipstream. If you're just that much slower, you're that much slower, and it's just going to zap your stamina, and that's what it did here. I've said this before, and I will say with this again. I love the new time trial system. I still don't fully have it mastered. Obviously, the team time trial, first experience there. Clearly, you got to back off way more than that. So I need to practice 4, 5, 6 till I get that down. The individual I've got figured out. I've got the individual one down and getting the most out of my riders there. But dang, that was rough. But I learned a lot in that one experience. My next experience will be so much better off. But a 40K time trial, you really got to pace things out. Final race of the year, then we'll take a look at the season results and the makeup of the team, where we're placed on that prospect of Continental Pro. We'll take a quick look at all of those things to wrap up the episode. But we got to finish this one up first. And this one, yeah, not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all. First off, some of the world's best are here. Vanderpool, Yates, among many others. There's a lot of quality World Tour riders, elite riders, or very good riders here. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Second thing is that it's a 15 rider break. They had over 4 minutes. It's already down to 2 minutes, and you can see we are struggling to keep pace at an 80 with less than half the race completed. That's painful. I mean, that is truly painful. You can see Igashen way towards the back here, and we need to get water, but I'm trying to still get guys back into a decent position. Phytosa is protecting. Let's maybe get Phytosa to go back and get the water now before it's too late. Hopefully he's not totally caught up on the climb here. He is at the moment. Just stay in the pack. Stay in the pack. Don't find space. Wait until you get over the top. Now you can push. 107 chasing 14 now. So the breakaway's lost one, and Peloton's definitely starting to lose some. Uribe, I want to say Uribe was our leader for this a while back and took like a top 15 in his first go. Now he's absolutely the weak link, and he's got that 67 punchiness and can sprint a little bit. He might have even cracked the top 10, I don't remember. But definitely not this time, even if we were riding for him. He'd be in a lot of trouble. Roman and Phytosa are in a lot of trouble, even though there's quite a few laps still to go.
The team leaders have their minds fixed on today's goal. Oh my, the guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today. There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely will be able to keep up.
Try again on what we have. Mugisha is the one who's been left alone. Igashin lost contact here. They might get back up there, but he's been struggling. That's that Mountain 67. This is, Igashin is what Uribe was, but stronger, right? Better mountain, more punchy, better resistance, and he still can't even keep up. This group might make contact. They're slightly larger than the Peloton. There is some chase power. Bora have quite a few guys here. Movistar have some guys to try to keep up. Roman, meanwhile, is beginning his fade. He's done. So, what do we have? Mugisha to protect Berlikov. And then we have Martin Guerrero. Or do we want to ride for Martin Guerrero?
An attack is launched.
Like it has. Oh no, game. I'm rolling it up and he goes backwards. Oh, I hate how it does that. And then we get caught behind all the guys going backwards. And then we miss the split. So now we're going to have to continue on to regain contact into the climb.
That's the end of the breakaway. The pack gave them no chance.
Okay, now we've made a split that's going backwards, led by Aru. Shelling for Rhoda. I mean, you've got some climbers back here. Gisha fading. Up the effort there. Igashen.
Oh, leader has fallen. We can only hope that it doesn't have any impact on the outcome of the race.
Okay, Faitosa went backwards. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it back up.
Ruben Fernandez has fallen.
Should I even sit on for now? Got a little time till the next. Breakaway is done, even with that huge gap they had once upon a time. Chase has been pretty relentless today. We're down to 42 riders in the Peloton already. Martin Guerrero, Berlikov are looking good. Mugisha's almost done. And you got to figure another 5, 6, 7 riders. In fact, they're dropping riders on the flat as another rider's gone out the back. Igashen has now recovered a bit, but he is too far behind. Set him to auto, leave him to his own devices. It's a pretty significant gap, and this group is getting smaller. Guys are getting dropped and going out the back pretty quick, and there's another 6, 7, 8 riders going out the back, down to 30. Stamina. Berlikov's struggling a little bit. We're seeing a move. We're seeing a move.
A rider has just thrown in the towel.
That's 8 riders going clear.
Goes into the attack.
Roglic attacking. They said somebody threw in the towel. I thought it was Roglic. Koos now attacking. Okay, nobody's actually getting off the front now. 5 more riders were dropped. We're down to 22 again. And yes, I know it was down to 7 and 5 for a moment, but came back together pretty quick. And the 27 became 22.
The finish line is getting
Yo-yoing a bit over the
15
little hill
road time.
sections as it stretches and comes back together, but we're in a better position now following Koos near the front. 13K to go. This is the last climb already, but you don't finish
Falling
here.
behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Back up to 23. One rider made contact. Berlikov, gel. Climb before the climb. Okay, getting out front. I don't want to attack here. It's the next part.
There are just
This
10
is the part
kilometers
where we
left.
want to climb. Hard and fast. Vanderpool, Yates, Roglic,
And he spurts
McNulty,
away
and
from the
Burrow.
group. He's going for victory.
3 guys going clear. Berlikov does the work. Martin Guerrero continues on. Down to 11. And they're both here, so we've got to lead out, man. 7K to go. "17-second gap, but nobody's working, so it's starting to come back together. That's not a good thing. Gel up. Berlikov. Got to try to keep those guys away. 40 seconds to the
The
next
riders
chase
are
of
entering the
5.
last 5 kilometers of the stage.
Now we're seeing Yates, Vanderpool, McNulty, Shempison,
by Adam
Roglic.
Yates.
It's a very elite group. Berlikov has done his lead out for Martin Guerrero. He's protected him as long as he can. From here, he's got to just try to hang on and get to the end. See, 5 guys going clear. 2K to go. Attack before the top. Save the last little bit for the finish line. It's a top 10. It is a top 10, but these guys are just too strong for us.
And the sprint
Martin
win
Guerrero,
goes
even
to
with
Primož Roglič.
conserved energy, fades so quick. Roglic and Broscoins. That's 9th for Martin Guerrero. We do get in the top 10. Berlikov heading for the line now. He'll get a top 15. He's 14th. Season's done. Let's quickly get some results out there. First off, the big moves in the transfer market. Soren Kragh Andersen is the biggest move. How is he above Mark Hirschi for that matter? Don't get me wrong. Kragh Andersen's a very good rider, and I know he's got some rainbow bands to his name, but Hirschi is much stronger. Roglic, I can get that he's fading, but how's Van der Poel down here? How's Bernal down here, right? These guys are all above that. Well, anyway. Hirschi, Jumbo-Visma, Roglic, Ben Goal, wow. Van der Poel, when we start to AG2R, Bernal, Ineos to Bora. Index, we are 29th. That is comfortable for Continental Pro. Here's why. 2 of our 3 leaders leveled up. So Berlikov has gone from a 76 to a 77. Igashen had already made 75 a couple months back. And then Martin Guerrero went from a 74 to a 75. Roman still at 74. Also, somebody else, I think Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski has moved up to a 73 from either a 71 or 72, and that has now bumped Iribe off our top list. I believe he's still 10th, but he's not even visible. He was our leader just over a year ago. Just over a calendar year ago. He was our leader, and now he's not even on the list anymore. And surprisingly, he hasn't dropped off actually at all. He has not lost a single point, even though he's well into his 30s. That's pretty amazing that he's hanging on like that. For the last spot, those last 10 points that I had, I told you I was looking at getting one sprinter who could replace Iribe. I didn't want to get somebody who was old and have the same problem I already had. Maybe a little more well-rounded than Iribe is, but not helping us. So I got 2 sprinters who are close to taking over already as it is, and have 4-7 potential, the both of them, and are young. So, Osama Sato. Sato's a 73-69 with 62 resistance. So he's already almost as good as Iribe. And then Oscar's Kalnins, 71-69 with 66 resistance. So he's a little slower, but we're talking about a 19-year-old, 21-year-old, both with 4-7 potential. Beginning of next season, they're not going to be as good as Iribe, but we still have Iribe for one more season anyway. By the end of next season, I expect both of them to be as good as Iribe, and then better going forward. That's the hope anyway. Here's that makeup for next team. The new guys aren't jumping in at the top. Why? Because the crop we got this last year developed rapidly, and then we're getting a crop of guys for this year that should do the same. And now we're going to start getting that rotating cycle of every 3 years. The first year guys, not as good. First year guys, a lot of them are going to get let go and not retained. We didn't have very good access to quality riders that first year. Nobody wanted to join the team. We had a low reputation. You got to start from somewhere. We got a little bit of okay talent, but looking at the top of our list, it's all the 25 guys. We've only got a few 24s. We've got Arroyo, and then Iribe, who's going to be gone, and then Megisha. You got a 27-year-old, 25-year-old. Those were the leaders. They're not really developing. And then you got young guys that are already coming in as good as them at 20 with 5A potential. So that's where the future lies. Most of that first crop is going to get replaced next year, so we'll continue to look for those young, high potential talents going forward, and I'll always look for that. But long term, we're going to hit the point where we're not going to sign anybody below about a 70 overall. We're not going to bother with that anymore. This year we have 3 guys at a 69, 170, the rest are all 71s and 72s. And that's going to be the focus from now on. And then eventually spend in a little bit of cash to bring in somebody even better. But for the most part, we're going to see these riders coming in. And as the World Cycling Center, we're going to want to develop. Final rankings for the year: World Tour, Almeida number 1 by a decent margin. Roglic, Carapaz, Pogacar all the way down at 4, and Vlasov. Sagan crushing it at the Continental level. Martin Guerrero got up to 12th. Good season for him. Berlikov was 23rd. So those two did score quite a few points at the Continental level for us. Almost every year on top, but not by much. UAE, Jumbo-Visma very close. Ducanic not that far off. Even Bora scored a fair amount of points. We were 6th this year in the Continental rankings as a Continental team. And what a difference a year makes. 28th. Even though we quick simmed most of the season, we flew through this year. And we were still 28th with 1,472 points. That's pretty impressive. With the signings of Roglic and Thomas, Bengal has jumped into World Tour status all the way up to 11th, actually. Alpes and Phoenix, the ones who get knocked out. Everything else the same at World Tour level for next year. You can see right now the cutoff is in excess of 4 stars. And look how close we are to that mark. We have a small chance that if we get some solid development, we could see our way into World Tour status. We are almost 4 stars. It only takes slightly more than that. You never know. That could happen in just a year's time. But we are comfortably into Continental Pro. You can see in terms of where... You can see we're a good halfway up through the Continental Pro rankings. Caja Rural, who like us had a successful year moving on up, were the only 2 changing ranks into Continental Pro. So very, very steady changing of the guard this season, not craziness. You got 1 change at the top, you got 2 changes at the bottom, and otherwise it's the same. And Equipo Kern Pharma, never even heard of them, and they still have 3 stars. Bardiani, a little surprised that they're fading, but only a couple teams well below, so it's going to be a pretty balanced field next season. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.